But you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore I grant you the divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence. In the Hindu Purana, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold his Vishwarupa Darshan. And the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita contains the description of Bhagavan Sri Krishna's cosmic form, which is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through the third eye. Let us now listen to the Atma Pramana from Swamiji.
The whole 360-degree, 10 direction, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience. I felt that the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. The setting sun, rising moon, shrubs, trees, everything just became so alive. The idea, something is inside.
Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Study measures compare the metabolic cell activity of the brain in the conscious and meditative states using the PET, the positron emission tomography. When doing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located, and when in the deep state of samadhi, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. So let us now witness the live Sakshi Pramana, the demonstration of the power of third eye being manifested by the balancing of the first. All of you to go ahead and be ready with your comments, and we'll be joining back. Yes. So now I'm back with the Balasins of the Nithyananda Gurukul, Manitya Kaladharananda, who is 15 years old, and she is going to be demonstrating this extraordinary Shakti, this extraordinary power to all of you today. So along with me, I also have the medically tested eye band. In front is a complete opaque sheet, and behind is a thick sponge. So all of you can see there's no gap between the opaque sheet and the sponge, and there's no possible way of light entering this eye band. So this is the eye band I'm going to be placing on Ma Kaladhara's eyes band. Yes. Now, yes, beautiful. So I request you to turn to the right, up. So all of you can see there's no gap between her eyes and the eye band, and yes, beautiful. So now I request the YouTube comments to be projected. So I request the comment section to be zoomed in a little more. I request the latest comments to be projected. Yes. Yes, the latest comment is from DEBARAJUJOEPT. Ma Parashakti, please bless me to overcome all my DEPTS soon and be DEBT free and work DELIGENT business and job and be kind 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 person to the NEEDY. And it too namaste. Beautiful, amazing. And the next comment is from CELINEG as posted Nithyanandam with a namaste emoji and a yellow color heart. This is the comment to be scrolled down to the latest comments. So the next comment. Okay, the comment before Rupa Murthy, ma'am, from the STO suffering from now. So CELINEG has posted the latest comment is from CELINEG has posted an emoji like this clapping emoji and a sun emoji. That was a beautiful explanation. Now, Kaladra, you can go ahead and continue reading the previous comments. Yes, the first comment of today's session is from REXXPAILEY. So they have posted, Ma Parashakti, please heal my mother. She is suffering from pain after operation. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next comment is from Ma Parashakti, please bless me and heal my brother. DASUKI of ASTHMA DIABETES asthma and diabetes. HYCERTENSION soon be healthy and FERTILE and be with me and UNITED united in love with SHLYA and FELLY as a family, fully as a family, blessed with CHILDR
EN, children soon with a namaste emoji.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful, extraordinary demonstration of the power of third eye. And
So just before we move on to the next power, I'll be reading the latest comment, which is from Mahajalan Nithyananda, and she expressions of me I am. She has posted a honeybee emoji and a monkey emoji covering its eye, and another honeybee emoji.
that was amazing. And that was an extraordinary demonstration of the power of third eye. And all of those who have requested for a scanning, for a body scanning, for blessings and all that, we will be having after the power of third eye is the power of body scanning. So please stay tuned and go ahead. Post your comments in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, and you can get a body scanning done by the Balasins of the Nithyananda Guru. Now I'm removing the eyeband of my Kalatara. As you can see, the eyeband is completely intact and there is no change. Beautiful. That was an extraordinary demonstration. So now we'll be moving on to the next power, which is the power of body scanning. We'll be seeing the pramanas for the power of body scanning, which comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyattvante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva, and by the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi. Adi Shakti is revealed and the supreme power manifestation happens. The next is the Apta Pramana, from the life of a Siddha named Teriyar. Teriyar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. One day, a man suffering from a severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya uses the power and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small area. His disciple to perform an open head surgery and remove the flaw. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is completely healed and cured from the life of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So on the 22nd of December 2019, Swamiji revealed how he uses the power of body scanning, paraphrasing his words. Only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture was I forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs, and it was revealed that I had been poisoned without knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic method instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. And through the body scanning, I found out what problems and imbalances had happened and where the balance had to be done. Allopathy is a second opinion just to verify my findings. Now let us see the Saksha Pramana. All of you can see all the devotees and disciples of Swamiji who beautifully shared their experience of how they were able to manifest. Let us now see the Shastra Pramana for the next power, the power of remote vision. Shastra Pramana comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, and it goes, Vyomakaram swamatmanam dhyaye dighiranavritam nirashaya chitishaktihi swarupam darshaye tata. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, concentrate restful awareness on oneself in the form of vast etheric space or sky, in any direction whatsoever, thus freed from this. The next is the Atma Pramana experience. The Apta Pramana, the experiences of the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified this science. So the difference for the power of remote vision goes in the Hindu Purana, the Mahabharata, the whole war, the sacred scripture, the Bhagavad Gita, is narrated to the blind king Dhritarashtra by his trusted charioteer Sanjaya, who was initiated into the power of Dura Drishti, seeing in remote distances, and Durashruti, being able to hear in remote distances by sage Vedavyasa. And it is through Sanjaya's narration that the humanity has received the sacred scripture, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And next is the Atma Pramana, the experience of Swamiji himself. And Narayana Swami Tata was one of the gurus of Swamiji, who was well known in Tiruvannamalai to see remote distances at least. One day, a senior police officer came to Narayana Swami Tata seeking help to find a thief who they were searching for the last 1 week. Narayana Swami Tata turns towards His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and asked him to see the whereabouts in the mirror and showed, and with the Jnananjana applied and showed the police officer the same. And Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, was not only able to see the whereabouts of the thief in the mirror, but he was even able to show the police officer, after which the thief was caught in the same location as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Last is the Pratyaksha Sakshi Pramana. So all of you can see how few of the disciples and devotees of Swamiji have beautifully shared their experience of this power of remote vision and how they were able to manifest this extraordinary power after the initiation of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So let us now move on into the extraordinary demonstration of these powers and Shaktis being manifested by the Balasons of the Nithyananda. Go ahead, put your comments and questions in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, and we'll be back right after a short break. We'll be manifesting the power of body scanning and remote vision for all of you. Yes. So I'm back with the Balasons of the Nithyananda Gurukul Manikya Brahmayogananda, who is going to be demonstrating the power of body scanning to all of you. And I will be manifesting the power of remote vision for all of you today. Yes. So I request the previous comments, the first comments to be shown. Yes. So Rex Bailey has requested for a scanning for his mother and a healing for his mother as she is suffering from the pain after operation. Yes, surely your mother will be healed. Permission of the person before doing the body scanning. So please do get the permission of your mother, and we'll definitely be doing the body scanning, and Ma Brahmayoga will be healing her immediately. Yes. And Devaraju Joseph has posted a healing for his brother Dasaki of asthma, diabetes, and hypertension, and to be healthy and fertile. So yes, Ayah, your brother will also be healed. And if you want a scanning for your brother, please do get the consent of your brother and confirm with us on the chat section, and surely we'll be doing the body scanning for you. Rupa Murthy has requested a healing and a scan for her stomach pain, which she's suffering from now. Yes, ma'am, I will be healing you immediately. And I request the comments to be scrolled down. Yes, yes, you can go ahead.
Rex Bailey, ma, I did the healing. Parameshwara has healed your mother, and she'll be completely healed from the pain, and she'll be free from the pain.
Yes. Beautiful. So, Ma Brahmayoga, you can go ahead and heal Ma Rupa Murthy from the stomach pain she's suffering through now. And I request the comment section to be scrolled more down. Okay.
Yes, Marupa Murthy, Paramashiva has healed you, and he has given the only solution that you need to follow is drinking a lot of water. If you drink a lot of water, your stomach pain will heal, and he has healed you.
Beautiful. TJ Surya has requested for a body scanning. Ma Brahmayoga, you can go ahead and do the body scanning for TJ Surya. I request the comment section to be scrolled more. He has requested for a body scan for her root thought pattern, and Ma Mahajalendra is scanning for her husband. So I'll be doing the body scanning first for Ma Selim ji, and then we'll be going on to Ma Mahajalendra also.
Yes, so TJ Surya, I did the body scanning for you, and Paramashiva revealed that you're having a lot of mucus in your body and you're not having enough of water, and that for your mucus to reduce, start following the Rama Nirahara Samyama. Avoid dairy products as much as possible and just be on fruits and vegetables. Follow the solution and drink a lot of water, and you'll see that all the problems you're going through, whether it's dizziness or whether any part of your body is paining, it will completely be healed, because the root is only a lot of mucus in your body and not enough water.
Yes. So Ma Celine ji, Paramashiva has yes. Before that, Ma Brahmayoga, you can go ahead and do the body scanning for Ma Mahajalendra Nithyananda's husband. And TJ Surya, I request you to get back in the chat section. And Celine ji, I have done the Paramashiva reveal that it's just a lot of heat in your body, Ma. With a lot of, you have too much of heat in your body, which is causing you to feel very weak, tired, sleepy, lazy all the time. And it is also because of the amount of junk in your stomach. So you have to do a lot of detoxing, and Paramashiva is revealing that you have to drink a lot of water and every day without fail do enema. And before you sleep, just apply turmeric on your forehead and sleep, Ma. And one more thing Paramashiva revealed is to take the onion and put it at the bottom of your foot, press it and hold it there, and wear the socks on top. It will really pull all the toxins out, Ma, and all the pitta out. This is what Paramashiva has revealed.
Yes, so Ma Mahajan Nityananda, I did the body scanning for your husband, and Paramashiva revealed that he is having a lot of anger which is forming in him. So the solution is every day he should start reading the Living Enlightenment book, and that will really heal him from inside. He himself will not understand, but he'll feel a lot of completion inside, and automatically all the anger which is there will just...
Beautiful. That was a beautiful body scanning and a solution. So I this program right now. To get back in the comment section and share with us whether you were able to relate with the scanning, and if you have any questions about this power manifestation, like how do you manifest, any questions or any doubts you have regarding this power manifestation, you can go ahead and request in the Kailasa HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Till then, Ma Brahmayoga, why don't you go ahead and share your experience of how you manifest this extraordinary Shakti of body scanning?
Yes, I manifest this power of body scanning just by simply connecting it to reveal what is in the other person's body, or her root patterns, and what are the problems and solutions. And if the person has a problem in their stomach, if they're having kidney stones, then I'll see that part of the body highlighted in red color, and then like the problem will be pointed out. And then after that, when I ask permission for a solution, that image of the body will disappear and another image of the solution will come. If the image is if the person has to have castor oil, then I'll see a bottle of castor oil. So that's how I get the solution. Or sometimes I even get the body scan gets revealed to me. I'll feel the problem. If the person is having cramps, then I'll feel it. Or if the person is having a knee sprain, then I'll feel it. That is the second way. And Like the second way might like feel, all of you might be thinking, okay, the second way is like really realistic and it's like actually happening. But even the first way, it's not just a picture or a 1D thing. It's like a 3D whole live, colorful image which is getting projected for me. And it's like I'm just entering into a complete different place, like with a 3D projection and everything, and I'm just coming out of it.
It's like you're going to Kailasa's movie theater. Okay, amazing, beautiful. And that is a beautiful experience. So one more question for you. Every time you manifest this power, is it the same experience?
Every time I manifest this power, even though the body scanning gets revealed in the same way, the experience is completely different every time. Like I really don't know how to explain it in words, but it is extraordinary and it's different every single time.
How do you feel how do you feel when it happens? Do you feel angry, sad, like happy? How do you feel?
I feel really excited, like what is going to come next, and will I get it as an image or as a feeling? I'm just excited to see what happens next.
Yes, amazing. That was actually a very beautiful experience. Every time it's like watching a whole different movie and being able to scan and see what is inside other people's body and being able to reveal solutions and problems. Beautiful. That is a very beautiful experience. And Ma Mahajalandhar Nithyananda has gotten back telling, thank you, Ma Brahma Yoga. Yes, he has a situation within his family that I imagine is creating this anger to him. I will share the solutions to him. Thank you, Nithyananda. Yes. Okay, Ma Celine ji has requested me to repeat what she has to apply on your toes. Yes, Ma Paramashiva revealed that you don't have to apply anything on your toes. You have to apply turmeric on your forehead, and you have to keep onions at the bottom of your feet and wear socks on top before you sleep. That will pull all the toxins out. Devaraju Joseph has gotten back telling Ma Parashakti, thank you. Yes, TJ Surya has requested for healing. Yes, I understand the moment the third eye falls on you and starts doing the body scanning, immediately the healing starts and immediately the healing happens. So the healing has already started in you. Mahajalandhar Nithyananda has posted. Kailasa's movie theater, yes. Yes, ma'am. So every time we do the power of body scanning, for different people, it's a different experience and it's like jumping into a whole new world. Beautiful. So anyone else wants a body scanning or a remote vision, you can go ahead and request in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. You can call your family members, friends, and enrich them also to come and join us in this session. Because understand, this demonstration is not to show that we can manifest these powers. It is to show that it is a possibility for all of you to manifest just with the initiation from Swamiji. So all of you go ahead, post your comments in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Yes. So now I'll be sharing my experience of how I manifest the power of remote vision. So every time I do the power of remote vision, I close my eyes and I speak to Swamiji and I request him to show. And for me, so many times it's like a different experience. Sometimes it's like I'm just seeing the house from outside. Sometimes it's just like I know how it is, as if I've been there before and as if I've already lived in that house and seen that house, and I know it very well. I just dive in from the top of the house and I have a whole view of the house. Sometimes it's like I'm walking through the house. So for me, there's so many different ways where I'm able to manifest this power, and every time I do it, I feel different. I feel like I'm going into another space completely, being able to see another person's house. How many rooms are there? How many bathrooms are there? Yes, Mama Nithyananda has posted. I'm applying for a visa to move to India once COVID allows. What does Paramashiva reveal? I need to focus on with intent to get the paperwork all clear. Yes. So Mama Nithyananda, you can definitely ask this question to Irayanar Sundareshwara Paramashiva. And Swami outside India, it's best to stay. He reveals is the best for you, Ma. Yes, Mama Nithyananda has gotten back the link. Yes, Ma. Yes. Family members, friends, call whoever you want. Himself can manifest these powers. Go ahead, call your family members, friends, Marupa Murthy, Rexaya, all of you. Go ahead, call your family members and friends, and you can join us every day. And you can get the body scanning and remote vision, and you yourself can manifest these powers. After the darshan of Swamiji, you are immediately initiated, and you can manifest these extraordinary Shaktis. And I'm telling you, it is an extraordinary experience. It is literally, you are just becoming the divine and manifesting the divine through you. So it is a beautiful experience. You can also join the Paramashivoham Level 2 program, which is a free program, completely free of cost. It's a 16-day program where you will be led into guided power manifestation sessions every day. And you will be learning so much about how you can manifest these powers, how you can awaken these divine Shaktis in you, how to hold yourself as Paramashiva, how to be your own boss. You can learn so much about all what Swamiji has taught and understand all these truths. So, yes, Ma Amita Valli Tyagarajan has posted a thumbs up, see, and 4 p.m. IST, and you can witness these extraordinary Shaktis. So, with this, we would like to conclude this power manifestation session. We thank all of you for joining us in this segment where you witness these extraordinary powers and you yourself can manifest these extraordinary powers just with the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, just with one look, word, or touch from the avatar. Okay. So, Keshavan has requested for a body scanning. Yes, we'll be doing a quick body scanning for you. Brahma Yoga, you can go ahead and do the.
Yes, so Keshavanaya, Parameshwar revealed start sitting on the floor as much as possible. Stop the practice of sitting on chairs and start sitting on the floor. And second thing, whenever the pain is becoming a lot, just heat up a little castor oil and start massaging that area. The pain will immediately reduce.
Beautiful solution and a beautiful body scanning. Yes, this is for Keshavanaya. I request you to get back in the chat section. And yes, with this, we would like to conclude this power manifestation session. We thank all of you for joining us in this segment where all of you were able to witness these extraordinary Shaktis. Please stay tuned for the upcoming segments where you will be learning so much more about Devi Parashakti and about her qualities. So with this, we thank all of you for joining us. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Yes, Nithyananda everyone. So that was a wonderful demonstration of the powers of third eye that all of us just witnessed. And now we will be moving to the next segment of this program, where we will all be learning about the divine feminine consciousness, about who is Devi Parashakti. So we'll be first looking at the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. Sneham Trinayanam Manikya Taranayakashekharam Smitamukhim Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyamalipuraktacharanam Dhyayet Paramambikam. And the translation for this verse is: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with the triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies studded with a crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jeweled cup brimming with mead and the other twirling a red lotus. And another Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which also comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. Adunam karunam tarangatakshim dritapashankushapushpabanachapam animati biravritam ayukaihi rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. And the translation for this verse is: I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the nose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Anima of her rays, and she is the self within me. And Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in, and the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatar of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda, revealing our past, present, and future profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself, the avatar of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. She beautifully says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hrimkara, filled as Parashakti, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swami who is in Kailash Shakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayuraji Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashorasi, Meenakshi, taking I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion and blessing, listen people, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. And she continues, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, and Jnana, or Vedas, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond 6 chakras, filled as Gotras of 7 rishis, expanding as 8 directions, existing as 9 grahas, being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life to tell and make truth blossom and to do good. Parashorasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you. And now let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally we're seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen. So you can always receive her in a very way. You can keep 2 betel leaves, 1 betel nut, 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin from the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And for those of you who might be wondering what exactly a coin, what is its importance? A coin in the Hindu tradition is actually considered the traditional dakshina. It can be the lowest value in India. I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paisa is okay. And you can offer that to Devi Parashakti. And you can do namaskar and eat the banana, the wheat leaf, and the beetroot, and take it as prasadam immediately. And the coins that you collect, you can send it to the lost Shaktis there. You will not take the Devi darshans for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to break your unconscious behavior. So now here you can all see how you can set up your tambulam. So you can arrange the beet leaves, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin on a plate as you watch Devi Parashakti. You can arrange it on a plate and keep it in front of the screen. These are the 4 basic items, but you can also keep a few additional items such as a few fresh flowers, some kumkum, some turmeric, a set of glass bangles, and a coconut. But these 4 items are the basic 4 items. So you can keep whichever items that you would like, keep it on a plate, keep it in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. So the next time when you are arranging items or when you are getting ready to receive Devi Parashakti for the darshan, you can set up your own set of tambulam to receive Devi Parashakti in a very traditional manner. And with that, we now come to a conclusion of this segment where we have learned who is Devi Parashakti and how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So now we will be moving to the next segment of this program where all of us will be seeing whatever she has revealed in the Akashic on all the various problems that the world is going through today. And what Devi Parashakti has revealed are the cause and solutions for all of the problems that the humanity is going through today. So please stay tuned for the next segment where we will be learning what Devi Parashakti has revealed.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
most easiest, most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as the form of mother. Navaratri is the time to connect with cosmos as mother. Celebrate cosmic mother. This 9 days we worship mother, worshipping divine feminine.
यादुमादिनिन्द्राय काली ओम काली ओम शक्ति ओम काली ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति
There are some gods, 9 unknown gods. The moment you call, they will be there. Venkateshwara, Balaji. I tell you, people give so much for Venkateshwara because he does the job. He is the 9 unknown god. There is a village folk story where Venkateshwara borrows from Kubera for his marriage, paying the debt. Venkateshwara takes the responsibility of reserve to reserve. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara, is an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making the reserve to reserve. It's an amazing truth.
Here is the Australia Kailasa. How can I be so lucky? Happy life in Kailasa? It's a long story. My name is Li Qi. My guru is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Since I was very little, I already wonder what life for. I really want to know the result, the reason. A long time ago, I think if I earn enough money, I will be very happy person, and then life is for happy. I tried to earn money, and then I'm really rich, but money didn't give me happy. Then I tried to get the happy life in romantic love. Then the really romantic love take me go lots of places. Too many stories during this time, but I still don't feel I get the result, get the life reason. Then I start study from book, from video, from religion in many different ways. And when I study Buddha, that time I really appreciate Buddha gives so much intelligence to me about life. But I don't think study is enough for me. I want to be Buddha. But I don't know how. Who can get there? One day I found the video in YouTube, introduced Swamiji in that video. I suddenly, my eyes open wide. I get it. He must be my guru. I can get there. He can let me what I want to know. And he can take me home, real home. This kind of feeling, then I start study from Nithyananda Sangha. One day, Swamiji Satsang said he need people devote land, home, money to build up Kailasa. Then I discussed with my husband, decide to give the whole farm to Nithyananda. That time, because both of us believe help Swamiji means help whole world. It's a big decision, but we just discussed so short time already, and believe me, trust Swamiji so much. Soon here will be big temple, Gurukul, Goshena, and library. Introduce this my story to you, just me. Don't give up any chance to be fountain of Kailasa. It's the best thing you can do in your life.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashivoham will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened, manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kaila is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself. Proper customized.
Nithyananda, everyone, welcome back. So now, let us get into the next segment where we will be learning about the Hindu nation, about the Hindu birth. So let us first
உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் அளிக்கேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்களிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனித பிறவி. அந்த மனித பிறவியிலும் பலமுறை பிறந்து உழன்று அரசியல், பொருளாதாரம், சுகபோகம், தர்மம், அர்த்தம், காமம் எனும் ஆசைகள், துக்கங்கள், அச்சங்கள் அனைத்திலும் அழன்று உழன்று இனி வேண்டாம் இப்பிறவி, வேண்டுவது மோட்சமே என்று முடிவெடுத்தோர்க்கு மட்டுமே ஹிந்து மத யோனிஜம், தர்ம யோனிஜம், மனித பிறவி உத்தமம். சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித பிறவி உத்தமோத்தமம். இந்த உத்தமோத்தம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோருக்கும் ஜீவன் முக்த விஞ்ஞானத்தையும் சனாதன தர்மத்தையும் காக்கின்ற கடமையும் உண்டு. அதனால் வருகின்ற நன்மையெல்லாம் அனுபவிக்கும் உரிமையும் உண்டு. இந்த கடமையை செய்வோம் என்று சத்தியம் செய்ததனால்தான் அந்த உரிமை அளிக்கப்பட்டது. பூமிக்கு வந்தபின் மனம் மயங்கி மதிமயங்கி சனாதன தர்மம் காக்க மறந்ததனால் மாயை அவர்கள் உயிரை பறிக்கின்றாள். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள்.
உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மத்தை காப்போம் என்று உறுதி எடுத்தவர்க்கே சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம் அளிக்கின்றேன் யான். உடல் பெற்ற பிறகு ஊழிப் பெருவலியால் ஆசை அச்சங்களை உதறவிடாது, உதறியும் விடாது சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்தோரை உயிர் வாழத் தகுதியில்லாதவர் பட்டியலில் உடனடியாய் மாயை சேர்க்கின்றாள். அதனால் ராட்சசர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தானாகவே இவர்கள் உயிரை எடுக்கின்றார். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மம் காப்போம் என்று நிற்பவர்க்கு நிலைத்திடும் வீரஸ்வர்க்கமும் கைலாச பதவியும், எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் தர்மம் காக்க மறந்த உத்தமோத்தம ஜனனமான சனாதன ஹிந்து ஜனனம் பெற்ற மக்களுக்கு இல்லை வேறு கதி. சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித ஜனனம் உத்தமோத்தம மனித ஜனனம். உண்மை உலகில் அதிகம். உங்களுக்கு கடமையும் தர்மம் காக்காதார்க்கு உயிர் வாழும் உரிமை இல்லை. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உத்தமோத்தம பிறவியான சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் வாழ்வின் முதற்கடமை தர்மம் காத்தல். தர்மம் காக்க தர்மம் உங்களை காக்கும். சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்திட்டால் வாழும் உரிமையை நீங்கள் இழந்து விடுகின்றீர்கள். அதற்கு மேல் வாழ்ந்தென்ன அழிந்தென்ன? பூமிக்கு பாரம் குறையட்டும் என்று அசுரர்களும் ராட்சதர்களும் உங்களை உண்டு தீர்க்கின்றார்கள். அதையும் மாயை கண்டு சும்மாவிருப்பாள். பிரபஞ்ச ரகசியத்தை, பிறவியின் ரகசியத்தை உலகிற்கெல்லாம் உத்தரமாய்ச் சொல்லிவிட்டேன். புரிந்து வாழ்வில் நடந்து உத்தரமாய் பார்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அன்னை சொல்லும் ஓம் ஓம். நன்றாய் கேட்.
Yes, so now there is see the translation of Devi's word, which are Devi's words mapped to the English. So Devi says, listen, Alajam, Bijam. Like this, these birds, the most greatest birth of them is the human birth. Even in that human birth, being born and toiled many times, after getting burnt and toiled in politics, in finance, in luxuries, in dharma, artha, and kama. And those who decide of not wanting this birth, wanting only moksha, only those will have Hindu dharma yonijam, the Sanatana Hindu dharma yonijam of being born to Hindu parents. Human birth is uttamam, best. Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottam, which is best of birth. Everyone who took this Uttamottama birth has the responsibility of protecting the science of living, enlightenment, and Sanatana. And also, they have the right of experiencing its benefits. This right was given to them because of their commitment given by them to do this responsibility. After coming to Bhuloka by getting mentally deluded and forgetting the dharma of protecting Sanatana Dharma, Maya, she is taking away all their souls. Understand carefully, I am giving the Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam only for those who gave the commitment of protecting Sanatana Dharma even by giving their life. After getting the body because of painful deluge, not dropping fear and greed, for those who forget to protect Sanatana Dharma, Maya, she will immediately add them all to the list of those who are not worthy of living. Therefore, Rakshasas and Asuras are automatically taking away their life. Understand properly. For those who stand even by giving their life, they will protect Dharma, will permanently have Veerasvarga and Kailasa Padam. For any reason, people who forgot to protect Dharma, having the Uttamottama birth of Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, there is no other way for them. Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth is Uttamottama human birth. Your rights in this world are immense. Also, your responsibility in this world is large. Protecting Dharma is a responsibility. Those who do not protect Dharma, they will not have the right to live. Understand properly, all those who took the Uttamottama birth, which is Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, all of you understand. The first responsibility of your life is protecting Dharma. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living. After that, what bothers whether you live or get destroyed? Asuras and Rakshasas will eat you. So now let us see the responsibility of Hindus for the Hindu nation. So Hinduism represents the world's most ancient, progressive, indigenous spiritual traditions. It is a framework model of civilization that stands for global peace, vegetarianism, non-violence, yoga, worship of nature, temple-based living, and manifesting spiritual powers, and much more. And the Hindu nation were ecosystems that were more and more enlightened beings were produced, so that enlightened civilization could be kept alive and its great gifts can be shared with the world. So let us see references for the Hindu nation from the Hindu scriptures. So the first is the Rama Rajya, which was the Hindu nation ruled by Bhagwan Rama. So in the Valmiki Ramayana, Yuddha Kanda, chapter 128, verse 99 to 101, it says, there were no widows to lament, nor was any danger from wild animals, nor any fear born to diseases. The world was barefoot of thieves and robberies. No one felt worthless, nor did old people perform obsequies concerning young. Pleased, everyone was intent on virtue. People survived for thousands of years with thousands of their progeny, all free of illness and grief. The trees there were bearing flowers and fruits regularly, without any injury by pests and insects. The clouds were raining in time, and the wind was delightful to touch. Every caste was performing their own duties, satisfied with their own work and barefoot of any greed. People were intent on virtue and lived without telling lies. All the people were endowed with excellent characteristics. All were engaged in virtue. And another pramana is from the Hastinapur kingdom, which was ruled by Yudhishthira, which comes in the Srimad Mahabharata Ashwamedika Parva, which is the 14th Parva, the 14th chapter. So the Devas granted rains to fulfill all wants, and the world became free of all disease. There was no hunger or thirst anywhere. There was no mental suffering. Those without livelihood were given livelihood. There was abundance all around. There were no worldlies left for anyone. And here you can see a few contributions of the Hindu nation. So the Hindu nation has had and has so much to contribute to the world in every field: medicine, art, science, technology, aviation, dance and music, clothes and jewelry, social system, the judicial system or the political system, the legal system, and anything else. In almost every way, the Hindu nation has some or the other things to contribute to the world. So now let us see how were Hindu nations destroyed. So one of the first phases of the destruction of the Hindu civilization was during the Islamic invasions, which was during 800 to 1700 AD, which was the physical destruction of the Hindu civilization. So this is written by the story of civilization. Mohammedan conquest of India's story and history. The Islamic historians and scholars have recorded with great glee and pride the slaughters of markets and the destruction of temples carried out by the warriors of Islam during 800 AD to 700 AD. Millions of Hindus were converted to Islam by sword during this period. Millions more were raped and murdered and dismembered. And Hindus, it was said that the Prophet had ordained that if the Hindus do not accept Islam, they should be imprisoned, tortured, and finally put to death, and they're properly confiscated. To keep the Hindus in a basement is especially a religious duty because they are not inveterate enemies of the Prophet. So this was told by the Muslims. And here you can also see how the women were made to wear garlands of their own children. And during the Islamic invasions, 200 million Hindus were slaughtered by the invaders. 100,000 temples were destroyed, and 1 million deities and scriptures were also destroyed.
And during the Islamic invasion, over 200 million Hindus were slaughtered by the Muslim invaders. Over 100,000 Hindu temples were destroyed, and over 1 million deities and scriptures were destroyed. The description of this invasion: the conquering armies burned villages, devastated the land, plundered people's wealth, took Brahmins and children and women of all classes captive, flagged them with thongs of hide, rawhide, carried a moving prison, and converted the prisoners to obsequious Turks.
And the second phase was during the British occupation, from 1700 to 1947 AD, which was the economic and psychological destruction of the Hindu civilization. So another book written by Will Durant says that I have seen the great people starving to death before my eyes, and I am convinced that this exhaustion and starvation was due not, as their beneficiaries claim, to overpopulation and superstition, but to the most sordid and Smapurnapriya, I think you're muted, no? And during the British occupation, $45 trillion plus poverty imposed by British policies and reprisal, killing of 1857 mutiny, and 680 native kingdoms were usurped by the British Raj.
And of the destruction of the Hindu civilization was the secularization of India between 1947 and current day. And this is ruled by brown-faced British attitudes and policies towards Hindus. And Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, described disgusting, savage people we are. Politics, progress, socialism, communism, science. Where are they before this black religious savagery? India can never be a Hindu republic. This is one of the first leaders of India.
And B.R. Ambedkar, who was India's first law minister and principal architect in the Indian Constitution, says, if Hindu Raj does not become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. No matter what Hindus say, Hinduism is a menace to liberty, equality, and fraternity. It is incompatible with democracy. Hindu Raj must be prevented at any cost. So you can see that even few of the leaders of India, how the destruction are destroying the nation.
Indian legal system, academia, and media all systematically undermine, suppress, and delegitimize Hindu institutions and culture. India's constitution established government control and taxation over Hindu temples and schools, while other religions are free from this interference. And India's constitution discriminates against Hindus by giving other groups special rights and privileges.
And media narratives used to stereotype and democratize Hindus. So in Bollywood and other mainstream media outlets constantly portray Hindu gods and gurus as cartoonish, dishonest, corrupt, sex finds, and in a manner similar to British imperial propaganda, and just British colonial and much more.
So, with all of this destruction of the civilization, we have lost all of our Hindu nation. Once when we had 56, we have none right now other than Kailasa. And this is why we need revival of our Hindu nation. And that is why this concept of Hinduism has built this whole Kailasa to revive the ancient enlightened civilizational nation that brought enlightenment to the world. And the vision in this civilization, the supreme concept of Hinduism has described. During the time of the Mahabharata, we Hindus had 56 deshas, 200 states, 1,700 samsthanas, and 10,000 sampradayas. In all 56, we Hindus are persecuted. Now we have lost all 56. The last of all was Nepal. I am the collective voice of all the persecuted Hindus. I will revive and rebuild a Hindu nation built on the Vedagamic principles for this whole Hindu nation to be revived. The supreme concept of Hinduism has built this Kailasa.
And this revival of Kailasa, the Hindu nation, is reviving the whole life of enlightened civilization and all the great things it has to offer to the world, bringing legitimacy to all the offerings Sanatana Dharma is sharing it with the whole world is the purpose of this Kailasa.
Yes, and the And Kailasa is the revival of the cosmation economy. Everything will be revived as per Paramashiva revealed in the Vedic Sanatana Hindu Dharma scriptures. And this is exactly what Devi Parashakti has revealed is the responsibility of Hindus is to revive this enlightened civilization, to share all the gifts of enlightenment and Hinduism with the world.
And being one of the most persecuted civilizations, Hinduism is on the brink of extinction, such that the next generation may know about Hinduism only through history books. So what can we do to stand up for Hindu civilization and all that it has to offer to the world?
And today, Hinduism is a political orphan. The preservation and restoration of Hinduism, spiritual and cultural heritage is impossible without a national identity. This is exactly what Devi Parashakti has revealed. It is the Hindu responsibility. If you have been born to Hindu parents and have had the privilege of Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam, it is your responsibility to protect the spiritual and cultural heritage of Hinduism. So what can we do to save Hinduism? We must reclaim our Hindu identity. And this is exactly what Devi Parashakti has revealed. It is Hindus' responsibility, responsible Hindus who have been given the Uttama birth of Hindu Yonijam, the Hindu birth, to bring all the gifts that Hinduism has and share it with the world, to protect Hinduism and to protect Dharma. So it is our responsibility to reclaim our Hindu identity.
And Hinduism is responsible for all the success in our life. If you are healthy, wealthy, rich, successful, peaceful, happy, respectable, and you have a stable family and you have the best mental health, then Hinduism is responsible for it. Your Hindu identity is responsible for it, and the Hindu scriptures are responsible for it. So it is the Hindu scriptures which gave us the best mental setup, all the best things that we Hindu
in the world. Hindu scriptures, Hindu lifestyle, our enlightened masters are responsible for this. Hindu thought currents are responsible for this. And Hindus are the most educated group in the US, according to Hindustan Times, which reported about a study done by Pew Research. And this is just one example of the greatness of Hinduism. So now it is our responsibility to reclaim our Hindu identity. It is not just the anti-Hindu elements being active that is responsible for the destruction of Hinduism. It is the responsible Hindus being inactive that has also led to the destruction of Hinduism. Let us now take responsibility for Hinduism. Let all the Hindus all over the world reclaim our Hindu identity.
So let us look at what the responsibility is of the Hindus.
Of Hindus to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma and share everything it has to the world. The Devi has revealed that the Hindu birth, first, that human birth is the best birth, and that Hindu birth is the best of the best birth. Those who have taken the responsibility to protect
With Hindus to revive the enlightened civilization again and again and give all the gifts of the enlightened civilization to humanity. The revival of this enlightened civilization.
So this is an invitation to all the Hindus out there, all the born Hindus, the practicing Hindus, those who are sympathetic towards Hinduism, please come and be a part of the revival of Kailasa. You can sign up to become an e-citizen of Kailasa at kailasa.org and avail all of the benefits of Hinduism and all that the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has shared with the world about Hinduism and all the great gifts of Hinduism. Now let us watch a short video about why we need Kailasa, why we need the only in the world as revealed by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism itself.
the ancient lifestyle truths, the ancient medical practices and medicinal knowledge, the ancient indigenous cultural heritage and jewelry, perfume, dance, music, in every Hinduism has so all this with the world to contribute to the world. Hindus need to tell the world what they are contributing in every level. The brand of Hinduism itself is enriching and empowering and enlightening. Hinduism is all about enlightening the world, empowering, enlightening, enriching the world, contributing. That is simple. O humanity, I request you with folded hands, some one corner of the world, if you just give 100 acres, I will keep this whole science alive. Leave it for the whole humanity freely. Fortunately, Paramashiva has given me the power to decode all this Hindu medicinal system, Hindu judiciary system, Hindu social law and order system, Hindu power manifestation system, Hindu mental sciences system, Hindu yogic sciences, the sciences of Hindu biology, Hindu physics, Hindu psychology, Hindu physiology, Hindu chemistry, all this Paramashiva has given me the power to decode. Whatever the remaining scriptures are available with the humanity, Paramashiva can decode. This whole science can, in any one world, just few hundred years, I can store this whole thing alive and contribute it to humanity. Humanity can become better and better and better. I can make the planet Earth so much better place to live. I am here to contribute, and I will continue to contribute. As long as I am allowed to live, I will contribute. I have collected all the remaining available scriptures, maybe 2 crore books. 2 crore means 20 million, I think, books on Hindu physics, Hindu chemistry, Hindu biology, Hindu physiology, Hindu psychology, Hindu law and order, Hindu social system, the power manifestation sciences of Hinduism, yogic sciences of Hinduism. I have collected, and Paramashiva has given me the blessings and power to decode. I have decoded and continuing to decode them. If the humanity, somebody is kind enough to give me few hundred acres in one corner of the world, with the world, revealing this whole sciences to the world, contributing. I don't other than 1 cup of curd rice every day, that's all. Per day, over. I can go on be giving this to the world. I can add to the world. I can make the world a better place to live. Thousands of medicines are described detail in ancient Siddha and Ayurvedic scriptures. Paramashiva has given me the power to decode them, read them, and translate and map them to the modern day human language. And I am ready to work 20 hours a day. I just keep this library, run a Gurukul. Thousands of people can learn this and share it with the world. Understand? I am only interested in contributing. If we can decode all this great knowledge, whole world can prosper from this knowledge. Whole world can enjoy from this knowledge. If I prosper, I will only create a university. I will not create anything else. If the Hindus prosper, they will only create education institutions. Because Hindu is about giving, contributing. If I prosper, I'll create university, that's all. Kailasa is all about university to decode the ancient sciences and share with the world. Understand? Every day and going on decoding, writing notes on my books and writing details on my books. Whether it is making human beings manifest powers, and I have also now started downloading and decoding the science of making animals manifest powers. Whether making people manifest powers or healing, in every level, life is all about contribution, contribution, contribution. Most easiest, most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as the form of mother. Navaratri is the time to connect with cosmos as mother. Celebrate cosmic mother. These 9 days we worship mother, worshipping divine feminine.
Yadumadi Nindrai Kali, Om Kali, Om Shakti, Om Kali, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti.
There are some gods, 9 unknown gods. The moment you call, they will be there. Venkateshwara, Balaji. I tell you, people give so much for Venkateshwara because he does the job. He's the 9 unknown god.
There's a village full story where Venkateshwara borrows from Kubera for his marriage and he is still paying the debt. Venkateshwara takes the responsibility of reserve to reserve. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara is an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making the reserve to reserve. It's an amazing truth.
Here is the Australia Kailasa. How can I be so lucky and have a happy life in Kailasa? It's a long story. My guru is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Since I was very little, I already wonder what life for. I really want to know the result, the reason. A long time ago, I think if I earn enough money, I will be very happy person. But money didn't give me happy. Then I tried to get the happy life in romantic love. Then the really romantic love take me lots of place. Too many stories during this time. But I still don't feel I get the result, get the life reason. Then I start study from book, from video, from religion in many different ways. And when I study Buddha, that time I really appreciate Buddha gives so much intelligence to me about life. But I don't think study is enough for me. I want to be Buddha. But I don't know how. Who can let me get there? One day I found the video in YouTube, introduced Swamiji in that video. I suddenly, my eyes open wide. I get it. He must be my guru. I can get there. He can let me get what I want to know. And he can take me home, real home. This kind of feeling, then I start study from Nithyananda Sangha. One day, Swamiji Satsang said he need people devote land, home, money to build up Kailasa. Then I discussed with my husband, decide to give the whole farm to Nithyananda. That time, because both of us believe help Swamiji means help whole world. But we just discussed so short time already, and believe me, trust Swamiji so much. Soon here will be big temple, Gurukul, Goshena, and library. Introduce this my story to you, just me. Don't give up any chance to be founding father of Kailasa. It's the thing you can do in your life.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashivoham will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Ekailashians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightened system, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper
Nithyananda, and welcome back to this segment where we'll be learning about the various offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti as an expression of our love, gratitude, and devotion. An offering is a divine gift of pure love and gratitude. It's an expression of our sacred sentiments, and it consists of giving and accepting. When the divine accepts what one offers, the offer becomes complete, and it's not made of any fear and greed, but just the pure devotion, the expression of the sacred sentiments of the devotee. And then with this devotion, anything that is offered, the divine immediately all the auspiciousness on the devotee. And when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela, played out only for the purpose of enlightenment. So now let us see grace and compassion. Induni bhaveda karavanninayanam syat pankajavarapayajapaksharasarayuktam angahimabhushana vichitravasanam syat tungamakutojjwalamanonmani swarupam. And the meaning of this verse: a moon-like face holding the Veda books on hand, jeweled ornaments in wonderful clothes and shining crown. Her name is Manonmani. And this Dhyana Shloka is from the Mula Agama, Manonmani Dhyana, who is Devi Parashakti herself. And another Dhyana Shloka from Devi Parashakti, as we remember her and get ready to receive her darshan. ध्यायेत् देवीं त्रिनेत्रां शशिनिभवदनां वेदहस्तां दधानां सव्ये पद्मां वरदमपरे चाभयां चाक्षमालां दिव्यैराभरणैर्विभूषिततनुं ब्रह्मादिभिः पूजितां देवीमेव मनोन्मणिं प्रतिदिनं कामार्थदात्रीं शुभाम्. And the meaning of this verse: I am Devi with 3 eyes, glowing like a moon, and holding the Veda, lotus, and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods, and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. In all of the gifts that we offer to the divine, in all of the celebrations, the rituals, and the construction of temples, in all of this, gold, the divine element of gold, is used in abundance for Sakshi Pramana, for the significance of the divine element of gold, which comes from the Atharva Veda. This verse says, Tredhajutam janmanedam hiranyam agnerekam priyatamam bhabhuva somasyaikyam insitasya parapatata apamekam veda samreta ahutatte hiranyam trividastva vashe. The translation: triply born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one. It becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from the Soma when it was hurt. One they call the seed of virtuous and powerful, Apa, the watery molecules. Let that triple gold be for your long life. And gold is the divine element. It purifies anything that it touches. It is an element of great spiritual significance and spiritual power, of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and in anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. Gold is present in all the scriptures, Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, and Puranas. In all Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered. Streets would have huge columns and archways made of gold. Horses and cows were banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called Hiranmaya, the river of gold in Rigveda. The river Saraswati was called Hiranyavartini in Atharva Veda. Gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years and it lasts forever. So let us see the various offerings that one can offer to Devi Parashakti today as we get ready to receive her darshan. And Devi is described as Bhakti Priya. Let us see this verse which describes Devi Parashakti's love for true devotion. It says, Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vashya, Bhayapaha, Shambhavi, Sharadha, Radhya, Sharvani, Sharmadayini. And the meaning of this verse, it says Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fear in the minds of the devotees. If there is any fear in the minds of the devotee, Devi should remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here it is meant the autumn of our lives when thoughts turn more and more inwards. The role of the divine is known and understood clearly. The need for Devi worship then becomes stronger. Shambhavi is the consort of Shambhu, Lord Shiva. Sharadaradhya means worshipped by Sharada Devi Saraswati. Sharvani is the wife of Lord Shiva. Linga Purana says Lord Shiva is called Sharva in his earth form. Sharmadayini is Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. And today, through the evenly offering, you can offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your kand and the Ihundi. The Ihundi is where you can offer your token of love and gratitude to Devi Parashakti in any amount and in multiple currencies. Whatever you wish to offer, you can make the offering through the e-hundi. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the Sankalpa chanting, the offering of conscious resolution. It is said that when one makes a conscious resolution to the divine answers all prayers asked and unasked. So let us see this verse from Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12, verse 34, which describes the power of. And this verse is Saya tanmohyate vishwam shaiva vishwam prasuyate saya chittacha vijanam pushtarudhim prayaschati. The meaning of this verse, the goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. So you can offer the conscious resolution that you're yearning for. And next, we have the offering of the Sahasranama Swarnakasu, the offering of the pure gold coin inscribed with one of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. Devi is described as Nama Parayana Prita in the Lalita Sahasranama. She of her various names. And you can make this offering of pure gold coins. You can and receive the blessings to imbibe the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti herself. You can make all of these offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And next, we also have the offering of the Mukta Anguti, the gold ring embedded with pearl. And Devi is described, the splendor and grace of Devi wearing pearls is described in this verse. Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram purnendu vaktra prabham shinjannu purinkini manidharam padma prabhabhasuram sarvabham vani rama sevitam Meenakshi pranam to goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls, and the face who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddesses Devi Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. And you can offer the pearl finger ring to Devi Parashakti today and be showered by her compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. So you can make these offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And the pearl finger ring can also be offered in 3 different sizes of $251, $501, and $750. The next offering is the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the gold lotus flower. And this verse from Kamika Agama describes the significance of the lotus flower. It says, Ashtavidyeshwaropeta kumbha varana samyutam sarve sasutra vastradya hema pankajabhushitaha sapidannassa kurachascha pakva bilva palaprabha snapanadhyaya samsiddha pramanena samanvitaha. The verse describes all the kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. And there are hundreds of scriptural references in the Hindu tradition for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves the consecration of deities of worship or meditating on the mudras and asanas used during worship, and involves lotus flower, the lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, lotus petals. The lotus is the divine flower in the Hindu tradition. The Shakti of Paramashiva is also called as lotus. The base of the Paramashiva Linga is the lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as the lotus, one who is about to bloom. And you can offer the gold lotus any size and being of Devi Parashakti in your inner space in every adverse situations of life. And the next offering you can make to Devi Parashakti is the Swarnametti, the gold toe ring to adorn the sacred lotus feet of Devi Parashakti. And this verse, beauty of Devi Parashakti. Vaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha. The meaning of this verse, you whose brightness from the toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of even the lotus flower. And you can offer the touring to Devi Parashakti to adorn her sacred feet and be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings in even the most difficult aspects of your life. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the Swarnamang Tika, the gold hairline jewelry. Devi is described as Sudha Sharabhi Varshini, she who makes the nectar flow in all our nerves from the Sahasrara. That is she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. The Swarnamang Tika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully of gratitude. And you can make the offering of the Swarnamang Tika and receive the blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and phase of complete completion. So, and all the offerings to Devi Parashakti on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. The next offering to Devi Parashakti is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and the Shloka 83 of Saundarya Lahari describes that the nails of Devi Parashakti have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who prostrate before Devi. Tamoguna is the darkness, and in the stotram, tamas is indicative of the ignorance in the minds of devotees. By constantly, and this ignorance is removed by constantly prostrating before Devi, and they attain the supreme knowledge. Offering the Pratyaksha Pada Puja is a most sacred, intimate offering that is offered to the Guru from the disciples in the Hindu tradition. And this offering of Pratyaksha Pada Puja blesses the Yajaman with all the auspiciousness and blessings of Devi Parashakti and the Nijavatara of Devi Parashakti, so the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, through whom Parashakti is manifesting in all her glory and splendor to bless all of her devotees today. So as we get ready to receive Devi Parashakti's darshan, you can make any offerings of and feeling of oneness with Paramashiva, with Devi Parashakti, with your Guru. And you can sign up for all of these offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/seva. The next offering to Devi Parashakti is the Vastra Seva, the offering of the sacred cloth. And traditionally, the sacred cloth is offered as a prayer to request the divine protection during all difficult and adverse situations in our life. So you can make this offering to Devi Parashakti and be blessed with all the auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Devi Parashakti herself, showering her grace and compassion through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism today, as you get ready to receive the darshan. So here's a summary of the various offerings that are available for you to express your gratitude and devotion on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. You can make the offering of the e-hundi in any amount and in multiple currencies. You can make an offering of the Sankalpa chanting, the conscious resolution. And you can make the offering of the Devi's Sahasranama Swarna Kasu, which is the pure gold coin inscribed with one of the 1,008 names of Devi Parashakti. You can make the offering of the Mukta Anguti, the gold finger ring with embedded pearl in 3 different denominations. You can offer the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the gold lotus flower in 3 different sizes. You can make the offering of the Swarna Metti, the pure gold touring for the lotus feet of Devi. You can also offer the Swarna Mangtika, the gold hairline jewelry that represents the overflowing nectar from the Sahasrara. You can make the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, one of the most sacred offerings from disciple to Guru. And you can make the offering of the Vastra Seva, the sacred cloth, to Devi Parashakti. And all of these offerings are made available on the website www.kailasamailer.com/seva, and you can offer any of these through this website. So let us now take a look at the website. You can see the website here, www.kailasamailer.com/seva. And here you can make your offerings for e-hundi on step 2, and the offerings for various jewelry or sevas that you would like to offer to Devi Parashakti. You can offer on this link here on step 2. So the offerings for Devi Parashakti. All of these offerings, the conscious resolution, the Devi Sahasranama Swarna Kasu, the Mukta Anguti, the gold finger ring with pearl, the Swarna Padma's flower, the Swarna Metti, the gold toe ring, the Swarna Mangtika, the gold hairline jewelry, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the Vastra Seva, and many more offerings are all made available for the devotees, to express their love and gratitude as they would wish to offer. So you can sign up for any of these offerings and get ready to receive the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti today as she comes to your homes to bless you and shower you with her compassion during the darshan. And the e-hundi offerings are available in multiple currencies: US dollars, Australian dollars, New Zealand dollars, Canadian dollars, euros, Indian rupees, Singaporean dollars, Malaysian ringgits, Great Britain pound, and the Chinese yen. And you can offer the e-hundi offerings in any amount of your choice. So again, the website for all of these offerings is www.kailasamela.com/sevas. And now you can make your offerings of gratitude and devotion through this website. So as we get ready to receive Devi Parashakti, let us all get where we'll be learning more about what by the guidance of Devi Parashakti and by the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself as a protection for all of humanity through these times of pandemic in the various spiritual embassies of Kailasa. So we'll get ready for the next segment. And we'll be right back just after a short break.
Yes, Nithyanandam everyone. So today, let us look into the COVID care protection centers in the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa. Today, people around the world are trying to grapple with a grim reality that the pandemic is far from over. The aftermath of current calamity promises to be more devastating. The greatest economies of the world are facing disastrous future. Countries are facing off each other in deep mistrust. 19 has elbowed all of other COVID-19 variants. Less than 1% of each of the alpha, beta, and gamma strains are currently circulating. It is really predominantly Delta around the world. COVID pandemic has now killed more Americans than the 1918-19 influenza pandemic that could do it. For example, in 1918-19 flu, 25% of Americans were infected, and it killed about 0.65% of them, coming to 675,000 deaths. Whereas for COVID-19, 12% of Americans were infected and 0.2% of them were killed, which comes to around 676,000 people who lost their lives due to COVID-19. People infected with alpha variant exhales 100 times more viruses into air than the original COVID strain itself. The University of Maryland researchers suggested the need for better ventilation and tight-fitting masks, in addition to widespread vaccination to help stop the spread of the virus. So the study has concluded that 6 feet distance may really not be enough to prevent the viral transmission indoors, which means it's practically impossible for people who are living in urban, because more than 6 feet distance, if it's not enough to prevent the viral transmission indoors. COVID-19 Delta variant still more concerning, says the World Health Organization experts. I think the Delta variant for me is the one that is more concerning because of increased transmittability, says Dr. Maria, who's the agency's technical lead. The chief medical advisor of the United States, Anthony Fauci, he says that right now we are still in pandemic mode because we have 160,000 new infections every day. That's not even modestly good control. The US has reported 40 million cases of COVID-19 since the outbreak of the virus, with over 4 million infections adding up in the past few weeks. And you can also see here how COVID-19 has made the world less peaceful. If you compare the incidence and fatality rate over the last 2 years, you can very clearly see that COVID-19 has increased the ongoing conflict, reduced the feeling of secure amongst the public. The younger adults, especially from the age 18 to 24, they are more likely to report the symptoms of anxiety or the depressive disorder during the COVID-19 pandemic. The average share of adults reporting the symptoms of anxiety disorder, if you compare between 2019 to 2021, you can clearly see there is a threefold increase in the average share of adults reporting the symptoms of anxiety disorder. Nearly 8 in 10 adults say that COVID-19 is a significant source of stress in their life. And similarly, nearly 7 in 10 people say that COVID-19 could exacerbate doctors' existing mental health burden. More than 60,000 US healthcare workers have contracted COVID-19, in which 300 of them have died. An estimated 300 to 400 physicians die by suicide every day. Of the healthcare workers who treated patients during China COVID-19 outbreak, 50 showed signs of depression. 40% of them showed 15% of them were depressed, especially the pregnant women. 50% of the pregnant women were depressed before the onset of COVID-19, while today 40% of them experience depression. Same way, 29% of the pregnant women used to feel anxious before the onset of COVID-19, while today 72% of pregnant women experience anxiousness. 8 in 10 students are struggling with the focus on school or work and avoid distractions. Students are interacting mostly with the parents during COVID-19 physical distancing. Number 1, for college student medical wellness, virtual face-to-face time. Number 1, 55% of all the students do not know where to go for help for their mental health. Understanding the pandemic's impact on the working women. Nearly 82% of the women surveyed says that lives have been negatively disrupted by the pandemic. Of the women who have experienced these disruptions, their career growth may be limited as a result. The pandemic is expected to push countries into recession in 2020, with a per capita income contracting in the largest fraction of countries since 1870, with all the global recessions since 1990. COVID-19 crisis have worsened already fragile situations. The International Labour Organization is more aware than ever of its responsibility and resilience in the time of this global pandemic. The Mumbai mayor says that third wave to September's surge in COVID cases tell us. He says very clearly that third wave of COVID-19 is not even coming, it is already here. A little over 25% of healthcare workers were infected with coronavirus despite getting fully vaccinated. A recent study has revealed, giving an insight on the breakthrough infections due to the Delta variant. The study, jointly conducted by the Institute of Genomics and Interactive Biology and Max Hospitals in Delhi, found that vaccination breakthroughs were far more common during Delta outbreak in Delhi than previously reported. A new coronavirus strain known as Mu, which was first identified in Colombia in January, has been designated as a variant of interest by the World Health Organization. So how do you cope up with current COVID-19 pandemic? It is very important to address the COVID pandemic, which is seeing another wave. which is destroying many more lives. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that pandemic fatigue setting in as a result of continuous lockdown is resulting in delusional ignorance. Holding on to the delusion and supporting this pace of delusional decisions lead to delusional arrogance, which is Throbhava Sankalpa. Continuous lockdowns lead to delusional thoughts like, so what if I die? It's okay. I can live forever in this long term. Going out then and exposing oneself and putting risk on yourself and others with irresponsibility and insensitivity is the delusional arrogance. The global COVID virus pandemic has left the whole world desperately looking for life as it had been experienced even back in February 2020, society, faith, religion, and health. Blessed are those who had been the greatest fortune to be in the incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in their lives to carry themselves through this crisis. So you have this wonderful opportunity to join the COVID Care Protection Center. All you need to do is register through this link, kailasa.org/kailasacare, KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. So let's take a few minutes to register ourselves in this link, kailasa.org/kailasacare, for you to be present in this de facto spiritual embassy of Kailasa, Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvanya Peetham, for you to feel protected and safe in this ongoing pandemic. Now, making peace with nature is possible only if we start now making peace with the nature. Amidst the pandemic, 2021 can go down the year if we make peace with the nature and set the planet to healing. Health and peace are interrelated. The individuals and groups enjoy equitable access to health facilities and services, fulfilling their rights to physical and mental health. And health actors design neutral health interventions that promote trust and dialogue, and the communities are empowered to cope up with this violent conflict. That is, if that happens, then the health coverage is more universal. Grievances can be heard and addressed to generate trust around the health emergency. Taking pandemic and building resilience in fragile states require concerted international action at local, national, and global levels. As the humanitarian and economic toll of the COVID-19 continues to grow, so does the risk that this crisis can fuel new conflicts around the world, while the prospects for resolving ongoing ones. For the first time since 1945, the entire world is confronted by a common threat, regardless of nationality, ethnicity, or faith. A new social contract between people, governments, the public sector, civil society, and more can tackle the roots of inequality with fair taxation on income and wealth, universal benefits, and opportunities for one and all. Yoga is a practice that can be relevant to all the ages, relevant irrespective of what socio-economic status people represent. It can be used to unite our complex and difficult world to promote not only healthy lifestyle, but to promote peace and security in the world. Our contemporary world is showing no signs of decline in the intensity of violent conflicts, crimes, displacement, and prevalence of a continued state of tension in many regions of the world. The geopolitical tensions, which have been on rise even before the COVID-19, have only prolonged the violent conflict, making it very difficult for the policymakers to come together and resolve their differences peacefully and amicably. The last decade witnessed the highest number of people internally displaced because of conflict and violence. Now let us look into the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Swamiji beautifully shares that when an individual goes through a spiritual bliss, he manifests a beautiful, peaceful life for him and everyone around him. If he is powerful enough, he moves the whole city and manifests peace. He is more powerful, he moves the whole village or the whole country itself. If he is powerful enough like the incarnations, he moves the whole world and manifests peace for them. The individual bliss is the source of the global peace in the level of Om. Now, let us look into a beautiful video where Swamiji shares about how the inner transformation leads to achieving goal of achieving the global peace. Let us watch this video.
Social answer means I'll tell, oh, you should all work for, you should all say that it will stop the war and all these things. This is the social answer. Nonsense. If you want the honest answer, I tell you, simply transform yourself. You can't do anything. If at all you can do, you would have done it. Be honest. If you can do, you would have done it. You are raising this question because you are not able to do. Am I right? So let us be very clear. Let us be honest. We are not able to do socially. That's the truth. That's the reason you are sitting here and raising the question. I tell you, understand few important things. There are a lot more attached to this question. There are many things which is attached to this question. We always feel the present is the world is totally spoiled. It is not going according to the rules or how it is supposed to be. On a time, in ancient time, things were going properly. Everything was well and great. And I tell you, 10,000 years ago, they found some writings. The other day I read a beautiful book about that stone writings. That writings, it says, oh, nowadays the society is not as it should be. There is no peace. In the early times, there was so much of peace. Society was really great. Things were as it should be. And it almost looks like a today newspaper editorial. 10,000 years ago, the same thing carved on a stone. Then understand, there was no such time as only good prevailed. It is just a fantasy. Hinduism, they call it Satya Yuga, the age of truth. There was a time only truth prevailed. And every religion, every religion has got the fantasy. The past was great. There was golden past. Always the idea of golden past exists only in the past. The more you go back, again you say the past was great. And I tell you one thing, it is a wonderful way of postponing accepting the reality. Otherwise, I can be sure the world was same as it is today. Whether it is 5,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago. Maybe one thing, there was no CNN channel that time. So the news did not reach you so quickly. That's all. The news did not reach you so quickly. That may be the only difference. But otherwise I can be sure the good and the bad was equal. Good and the bad was equal. The same amount of wars were there. All the other things were there. If you read the Puranas, the mythological stories of India, you see enough of things. Enough of dirty things. I think sometimes I find a little more. And if you see,
If you read completely the Puranas or the Hindu scriptures, there are a lot of things much worse than modern day. The criminal activities or bad things or negative things, whatever you say, all this stuff. And never think only present day is corrupted or violent. In the ancient days also, all these things were there. Only one thing was not there, the CNN news or the internet. So the news did not reach you. But otherwise I can tell you, enough the good and bad was there. It always will exist. It will exist. All you can do is, if you awaken yourself, if you reach the enlightenment state, you can go beyond it. And I tell you, enlightenment is the only service you can do to the society. Just become enlightened so that you will reduce the negativity. Now, as of now, you are also the part of negative group. Naturally, we will be a negative group. As long as we are unenlightened, we will be the part of collective negative consciousness. So if you become enlightened, at least you will reduce your weight. That's the only thing we can do. Nothing else can be done. So all I request you to do is just become enlightened. Realize that you are a lion. That's the only way to help yourself and the society. Otherwise, all revolutions, you see, all revolution again end up as one more tradition. In last 2000 years, 3000 wars have happened in the humanity. In 2000 years, 3000 wars. Human beings have not done anything except doing wars, except fighting. Everybody claims he wants to do revolution. He wants to spread peace. You see, every country claims their army is a defensive army. Then who is offending? Tell me. Every country says defensive army. Then who is offending? These are all just, games. The idea of peace is a pure game. Everybody wants to spread the peace according to them, not according to the other person. They want peace according to them. The day I was in the fight. He wants peace the way in which he wanted. Not the peace alone should survive. Something like that. He has written some statement about the peace on the sword. We all take sword to spread the peace. So no revolution is going to help. Because in the last 2000 years, 3000 revolutions have happened. But still world is same, I think much worse. So no revolution is going to help. Only individual evolution is going to help. So be very clear. Instead of working in the outer world, start working in the inner world. That will help you and society some way. Social answer means I'll tell, oh, you should all. Listen carefully. The space of Shanti, is where Kailasa grows. It is in the centered powerfulness is the ground, breeding ground for Paramashivatva to manifest. Please understand how pure mirror reflects everything. Pure Shanti-based Shakti, peace-based powerfulness reflects Paramashiva. Paramashiva manifests in peace-based powerfulness. Please understand. Neither violence nor powerlessness. Powerlessness is weakness. Violence is abusive. Peace-centered powerfulness. Powerfulness-centered peace. All the Upanishads starts with peace, completes with peace. Shanti mantra. Starts with Shanti, completed with Shanti mantra. Requirement for Paramashivatva to manifest. That is why people who don't want us to manifest Paramashivatva or power manifestation do not want to allow the peace in our life or do not want peace in our campus. Understand? But only if you are peaceful, which cannot be shaken even by the demons and devils and rakshasas, we can be in eternal peace. So, remember this very clearly. Peace alters the very DNA structure, genetic structure, the core anu structure. Understand? Anoraniyan mahato inside the atom, mahat, more than mahat. That anyan mahato mahiyan. That consciousness starts growing in you with more and more peace-based powerfulness developing. Spend more and more time, energy in unclutching. It will never be wasted. Time spent the most productive time for you in your life, because unclutching completely makes you altogether a different material. Understand? It makes your very biomemory, muscle memory, core structure, molecular genetic structure, DNA flows. One, the pure conscious explosion. So totally 8 energy flow circuits exist in you. All the 8 explodes when you unclutch. Understand? Unclutching is the space of Shri. Listen carefully. Every chanting, every prayer in Hinduism ends with Shanti, Shanti, Shanti 3 times. Means peace, peace, peace. Hinduism is the real religion. Loving peace, living peace. Individual level, social level, global level. Understand? Hinduism lasts all its 56 nations, 200 states, 10,000 kingdoms, samsthanas, is not a loss to Hinduism, it is a loss to planet Earth, human beings. Wherever Hinduism is practiced, kept alive, the ideal of global peace is kept alive. Just do this one simple statistics. You yourself study. Google and study religion. List for each religion. I can be 200% sure. You yourself will realize Hinduism is the most peace-loving and peace-living religion. Neither conversion nor terrorism. conversion nor terrorism. Being the supreme pontiff of the most peace-loving, peace-living religion, I give you all blessings on this International Peace Day. Understand, it is we Hindus need to keep the global peace as a living possibility, and we need to make this global peace as reality. Just talking about global peace will not work. Working for global peace only is the responsibility of the real living Hindu. Anyone who wants to claim themselves as a Hindu or practicing Hindu should work for global peace. Global peace is our responsibility. Hindus have the responsibility to bring global peace. So you can also challenge. See, if you are making a Hindu micronation, you can throw this challenge to each one, your friends, family, 10 people. Let them participate in the challenge and then let them send the challenge to others. So I welcome all the living and practicing Hindus to become founding fathers of Kailasa micronation in your countries. You can also make a challenge, like how they made ice bucket challenge and all that. We can make a challenge. You form Hindu micronation and claim, I am the founding father of the Hindu micronation Kailasa. And then you can invite your family, friends for a challenge. 11 people. You form and you challenge 11 people and they also form and they spread. So let us start spreading. This project is my message on this International Day of Peace. Let us start working for global peace instead of just talking. The work we do will talk for us. The talk we do will not work for us. This is the message. The work we do will talk for us. The talk we do will not work for us. Global peace is the responsibility of Hindus. We living, practicing Hindus, not only we should achieve the individual peace through unclutching yoga, meditation, we should also create an ecosystem where the global peace starts manifesting. This Kailasa Hindu micronation is the enlightenment ecosystem. I request every living practicing Hindu to manifest, do it. So the global peace can manifest from these Kailasa Hindu micronations all over the world.
Then you can do it. Yes, you can join our COVID Care Protection Center. You can register through the link kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. So this is a wonderful opportunity for you to experience conscious sovereignty in this ongoing pandemic. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established these de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa, opened their doors to one and all unconditionally for you all to experience complete protection, safety, as well as the conscious breakthrough that each one of us is striving for. So do not miss this opportunity. Please register in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. So let's take a few minutes to join the COVID Care Protection Center by registry in this link below.
Nithyanandam. And now we'll move to the next segment, which is Kailasa's mission of global peace and conscious breakthrough, how the sovereign order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora, are working for global peace and to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. It is the mission of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to revive a conscious world where the global issues at the climactic, economic, social, health, and humanitarian levels cease to exist from their very root, turning the problems of poverty, hunger, violence, discrimination into powerful living through the experience of oneness. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been working from the very grassroots level to usher in an era of peace at all levels, individual, societal, national, and global. His deep insights into the workings of the human mind-body, emotions have enabled him to powerfully and directly address various social and emotional problems facing humanity today. Some of the ways that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism provides spiritual pandemic and other issues, lockdown, the amount of contribution and by starting the Akhanda Nirvikalpa Samadhi Jnana Yajna and contributing almost 3 million minutes till date, Paramashiva Sankalpa chanting, which is a chanting of the Sanskrit mantra and which is meant for healing, which is done 24/7 via Zoom sessions online. Spiritual healing to one and all provided 24/7, helping humanity cope up with insecurity, fear, disease by empowering individuals to heal themselves, learn to cope up with emotions like depression and tough situations in relationships, providing alternative solutions to worldly problems through power manifestation, initiating thousands every day into manifesting innate superhuman capabilities through the courtyard sessions, providing healthy solutions like a technique to clear the stomach from the Ayurveda solutions, which ultimately bring clarity to the spiritual truths and give a conscious breakthrough, and in the long term establish self-sufficient communities. continuing and intensifying the service of Annadan in Nithyananda Annalayas around the world, including Tiruvannamalai and Los Angeles, paving the way with the new world order, starting the agriculture-based communities in Adi Kailasa and several other locations. Peacekeepers of Kailasa offering various life solutions from the teachings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Offering Maheshwara Puja to the natural calamity hit victims, Bhava Samadhi Darshan to raise the individual conscious breakthrough, Devi Parashakti readings, the cosmic revelations, and specifically the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spiritual solutions for COVID-19. Society was created with delusional ideas of too many human beings' blind spots and the decisions made from those blind spots. If the visionary of a civilization or country or nation has blind spots, when he develops the vision for it, the whole civilization suffers those blind spots forever. Now it is time that nature, Prakriti, resets itself. Many of the blind spots-based visions, ideas became important components of the society. This pralaya which is happening is melting down the world as we know is gone. Let us celebrate God. This isolation, which is seemingly endless with an unknown future, which is compelling humanity to make 100% lifestyle change, is something to be deeply dwelled upon. All problems need to be addressed only with spiritual solutions and powerful cognitions. To stop people having mental breakdown, pandemic fatigue, collapsing, depression, destruction, and also give them superconscious breakthrough and revive the enlightened civilization, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is continuously giving spiritual solutions and powerful cognitions. These include unclutching, practicing completion, practicing oneness, practicing a japa of Mahavakya on Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, consciously building deep feeling connection, yoga, puja, vegetarian sattvic diet, nirahara samyama, and a whole slew of such powerful techniques and truths. It is time we all take the responsibility to save humanity, to protect people from pandemic fatigue and destruction. Let us try to enrich and enrich people for every one of these great spiritual solutions. And doing so, we can have people enroll for the various online sessions that are being conducted by various peacekeepers of Kailasa, giving each and every one the enrich to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the ultimate truths revealed by him. And these solutions for COVID-19 are free and open for all. And we can actually invite every one of them to various of these sessions, including the Paramashivoham classes, to help people tide over this pandemic and enable them to take the leap into superconsciousness. People from over 50 countries are continuously radiating the space of Paramashiva by practicing the unclutching meditation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And many such peace initiatives have been taken by Kailasa. The life solutions based on the ancient Hindu tradition, the meditation and yoga techniques from the scriptures, the cognitions rooted in the highest truths, the lifestyle based on living and radiating the higher values of life, and powerful way of living and realizing one's ultimate potential form the foundation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's teachings, which by their inherent nature provide the foundation for peace on planet Earth. The minutes meditations around the world in parallel. In 2014, just after 2 years of launching the program, it crossed over 1 billion minutes of meditation. Scientific studies have shown a reduced crime rate after participation in the meditation and completion techniques. In 1976, it was found that when 1% of a community practiced meditation, the crime rate was reduced by 16% on average. The current tally on the Minutes for Peace website is more than 4.3 billion cumulative minutes of meditation logged, including all the events, programs, festivals where people have gathered in large numbers and participated in meditations and rituals. The total 409 billion minutes of peace so far. About 5,000 devotees gathered and participated in a 48-day meditation program called Shuddhadvaitam. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism hosted the Kumbh Mela, USA in Los Angeles since 2007. Nithyananda Sangha is interested as the only organization to host the Kumbh Mela outside India by the Akhil Bharatiya Akhada Parishad. In September 2006, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism organized the first confluence for world peace to honor their lives saving others on September 11, 2001 at Irvine, California, USA. The second confluence for peace was held in Los Angeles in 2007 in collaboration with Vedanta Society, BAPS, ISKCON, Siddha Yoga, and other organizations. The Kumbh Mela festival spread fast to other countries, including Australia, Canada, etc. In 2009, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism organized a month-long peace walk covering 1,000 kilometers and thousands to bring together in harmony from all walks of life. To promote, conducted large-scale collective meditations on September 21st in the collective Sannyas is our social responsibility. Let us save Hinduism and humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revitalized the monastic tradition of sannyas by initiating hundreds of people into the Nithyananda monastic order. The all-renouncing monks contribute the best things and human civilization, living their life with the cognition life is for others. These monks and nuns act as the harbingers of peace and empowerment for the human society, distraught with violence, depression, and other forms of life negativity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also revived the ancient practice of embarking on pilgrimages, which are spiritual journeys, taking spiritual aspirants to high energy sacred spots like the Himalayas, Kailash, Varanasi, Angkor Wat, and various powerful temples of India. Even though prevalent in India, this practice is rapidly losing its original context, turning more into a recreational family vacation. Reviving the original spiritual context, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made it possible for modern-day human beings to benefit from the spiritual energy present at these centers and accelerate their journey of spiritual evolution, hence ensuring individual and collective peace as a natural consequence. The four systems hold the key to ending world hunger is what the UN Environment Program says. The effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, the UN has noted a dramatic increase in world hunger. According to the State of Food Security and Nutrition in the world, 1/10 of the global population, as many as 811 million people, were undernourished in 2020, an increase of 118 million from 2019. According to the EAT, launching toward diets with a diversity of plant-based foods, low amounts of animal-sourced foods, unsaturated rather than saturated fats, and limited amounts of refined grains, highly processed foods, and added sugars could prevent between 19 and 24% of all adult deaths each year. The No Hunger Project, Red Home, launched by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, through Annalayas, that is food donation centers, the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa worldwide, under the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, have served over 2 million organic, sattvic, vegetarian meals so far. Giving free food to all the citizens is the economic policy of Kailasa, deriving the reference from Vedas and Agamas. Recently, the humanitarian initiative launched by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the open air centers in India, where the monastery campuses have been turned into a multi-layer quarantine facility to safeguard the inmates against any possible point of contact with the outer world. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened this service free to all people, regardless of any differences in age, gender, caste, creed, ethnicity, color, or socioeconomic status. Food, shelter, internet, and all basic facilities, including medical care, are provided at these COVID care centers, free of cost and for an indefinite time. The outcome has been a splendid zero infection rate so far among the participants, a feat not achieved anywhere else in the world, let alone in India. This response model of handling the COVID-19 pandemic at a community level, along with guidelines and recommendations for governments, has been recognized and accepted by the United Nations as well. One can see here the COVID Care Center participants enjoying life at one of the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa, which is at Adi Kailasa in Bangalore, enjoying a healthy, blissful, and spiritual lifestyle in the multi-layered protection, enjoying a stress-free time following temple seva, paraseva, and celebrating festivals. The Varalakshmi Puja at Adi Kailasa, and the female devotees offering puja to Goddess Lakshmi and listening to the Mahima. And Ganesha Brahmo fervor and enthusiasm, including modeling of Ganesha, making the Ganeshas of. And for experiencing all this, the COVID-19 pandemic, which is consuming practically everyone in the outer world, you can register now through the link https://kailasa.org/kailasacare. So let's take a few minutes now to register ourselves for the COVID Care Protection Center by logging in to this link and registering ourselves. And now let's move into the next segment, which is the revival of the temple science and the ecosystems based on this temple science. Now, in the times when the COVID-19 is rampant and the ancient temples are in a lockdown because of the risk of widespread corona disease, the devotees of these temples were visiting and having darshan of their gods and goddesses for thousands of years have now lost access to the same. Yet all these ancient sacred sentiments have come to a harming halt after the lockdowns have taken place. The religious fervor of the devotees is being lost due to the pandemic. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the e-Kailasa ecosystem and bringing all the ancient traditions of the online platforms on Kailasa TV, YouTube, and Facebook. Here, let us watch an excerpt of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explaining about these temples. And after having understood the science of temples, just a glimpse on the revelations to the world by Devi. 12th May 2021, Devi revealed, they have to live, it has to flower. Few hypocrites, because they are stuck in delusion, we cannot sacrifice the world. Cosmos cannot be destroyed. The ship I did to save cosmos from being destroyed, that is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I did to protect beings from Pralaya is Adi Kailasa. Because of conspiracy of Drohis and enemies' rule, the captain has to leave the ship. Before 12 years, knowing the great deluge that is going to happen, all Aushadhas, by this Guru Purnima, that Jnana Rasavadam, Navapashana, is going to flower. Allow people to come and take dip in Navapashana flower. People, whoever come and dip in Vaidyasarovar, they will not have deaths. They will not have corona. Crores and crores of people will come in line. Every day they will come and dip in Anandalingam. Listen well to my words. For India, I made ship as protection. The Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam and Vaidyasarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa. O Indians, listen. All those regretting losing Nithyananda Nijavatara, without confusion and without talking just as lip service, go to Adi Kailasa. Crores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana, water feast, and medicine, to get health and protection and enlightenment. To protect India from the great Parashakti, made this huge ship. Not there, ship is there. Deadly corona. I myself will do all of their life work. This is a commitment Paramasakti is giving you. Parameshwari, I will do what I say. To save people from corona, I have set up a huge ship, Ananda Sarovar, Vaidya Sarovar, and Anandalingam. I have made it in Adi Kailas, water every day. The doors of Adi Kailasa will be open for all those who come with trust. It will protect body and will give conscious health. It will also give highest powers. Dharma, Artha, Moksha, Jnana, powers, Kama, and the God beyond Kama. Kailasa life will give all goodness. The hell of Kirime Bhojanam mentioned by Vyasa in Garuda Purana as thunder. And preventing it is the only way. I have opened Adi Kailasa. For those who want to save their lives, all of you run to Adi Kailasa. 11th June, she further revealed, drop the foolish mind with business motive of bargaining and attain surrender and go to Adi Kailasa. Be in Adi Kailasa, I will do good to you. 18th June, she said, for saving your life, go to Adi Kailasa. Best life is there. Before corona takes your life away, go to Adi Kailasa and save your life. 5th July, Devi revealed, the soil of Adi Kailasa is a Sarvaroga Nivarani, the cure for all diseases in the world. Paramashakti, myself, taking the form of Nithyananda as Nijavatara, walking there barefoot for many years, manifesting all powers, the very soil was converted into great medicine that solves all karmas. Taking the soil of Adi Kailash and mixing it with the water of Navapashana Lingam of Vaidyasarovar, and by applying it, all pains will vanish. Breaking the attachment to body, it will make you enlightened. Goodness is there. I told the truth. Go to Adi Kailash. And today, when the first was during a free COVID care centers opened across India, include Adi Kailasa in Bidadi, Bangalore, Salem Adinam and Tamil Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Rajapalayam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Puduvai Adinam in Puducherry, Pattanam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Siragapadi Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Sripuram Adinam in Hyderabad, Madurai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Avattipalayam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Hosur Adinam in Tamil Nadu, and Baroda Adinam in Gujarat. And Kailasa rush aid India as India finds itself on the verge of the COVID-19. Multiple free COVID care centers opened across spiritual services and humanitarian services have been offered in all the de facto spiritual embassies across India. And at the core of all this is the support provided by the cosmic revelations on the global pandemic by Devi Parashakti and Bhagwan Iranath Sundareshwara. The free social services, humanitarian services offered during the pandemic in the de facto spiritual embassies across India include medical care in the form of allopathy, Ayurveda, Siddha medicine, infrastructure to accommodate thousands, accommodation for the multi-layered quarantine, emergency ambulances and ICU on wheels, personal protective medical equipment, food security management through food banks, and organic farming. And to remind all of us, once again, join the COVID Care Protection Center by registering now through the link below, https://kailasa.org/kailasacare.
Most easiest, most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as the form of mother. Navaratri is the time to connect with Cosmos as mother. Celebrate Cosmic Mother. This 9 days we worship Mother, worshipping
Om Kali, Om Shakti, Om Kali, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti.
There are some gods, 9 unknown gods. The moment you call, they will be there. Venkateshwara, Balaji. I tell you, people give so much for Venkateshwara because he doesn't know God. There's a village full story. The depth. Venkateshwara takes the responsibility of reserve to reserve. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara, is an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making the reserve serve. It's an amazing truth.
Here is Australia, Kailasa. I be so lucky, and my guru is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. When since I was very little, I already wonder what life for. I really want to know the result, the reason. A long time ago, I think if I earn enough money, I will be very happy person, and then life is for happy. I tried to earn money, and then I'm really rich, but money didn't give me happy. Then I tried to get the happy life in romantic love. Then the really romantic love take me go lots of place. Too many stories during this time, but I still don't feel get the result, get the life reason. And when I study Buddha, that time I really appreciate so much intelligent to me about life, but I don't think study is enough for me. I want to be Buddha, but I don't know how. Who can let me get there? One day I found the video in YouTube wide. I get it. He must be my guru. I can get there. He can let me get what I want to know, and take me home, real home. This kind of feeling, then I study from Nithyananda Sangha. One day, Swami Jisasang said he need people devote home money to build up Kailasa, because both of us believe help Swamiji means help whole world. It's a big decision, but we just discussed so short time already. Decide. I really appreciate my husband love me so much and believe me, trust Swamiji so much. Soon here will be big temple, Gurukul, Goshena, and library. Introduce this my story to you, just me. Don't give up any chance to be founding father of Kailasa. It's best thing you can do in your life.
Just be alive for next.
Nithyanandam, everyone. So now, Paramashiva Sayoji Samadhi Darshan at 10:30 p.m. IST, which is 10 o'clock Pacific time. So now we will be entering into the preparations into the Sundareshwara. So you today can manifest the superconscious energy of the Sayoji Samadhi Darshan of RNR. So you can now get ready to witness the rare and unique powerful initiation into the God equation in you to make the human being into multiverse species by Sundareshwara Paramashivam. So now let us watch a video.
Shave, shave, shave. Paramashiva, I will manifest the physics of my existence. Cognize this in your Hridaya Akasha. You will experience my existence uncountable by any visualized assumed mathematics. Manifest in me, exist in me, get rejuvenated in me, get deluded inside, gets liberated. Countless Brahmandas to exist. To get created.
to get sustained, to get rejuvenated, to get deluged